Hey everybody, how's it going? A few months ago, I did this video called Let's Talk About Ice Cream, McDonald's, and Why It Matters. It's actually really not a great video. The real good video is here from Johnny Harris, the real reason McDonald's ice cream machines are always broken, and I highly suggest that you watch this instead of watching my crappy video. The TLDR of this video is that there is a machine in McDonald's that makes ice cream. And this machine is about as reliable as an A1237 or A1304 beeping MacBook Air with an MCP79U. For those of you that are not into MacBook board repair, it's a piece of shit that breaks down all the time. It's why in so many McDonald's across the country, you cannot get ice cream. Now, someone came up with a device that you put inside this machine that allows you to get an idea of what's wrong with it or what's broken with it so that you could fix it without having to call the manufacturer every time for a very expensive repair. You may not be making enough money selling ice cream at your McDonald's franchise to warrant the very, very expensive manufacturer repair each time this piece of crap breaks down. And it breaks down constantly. Now, what the manufacturer started doing of the device to try to get around you having a workaround for having to pay them is they started buying this device from the company that was making the device that made their ice cream machine more fixable. And we imagine the reason they did this is so that they could figure out how it works so that their newer machines would not work with this device so that you would not be able to fix the ice cream machine without going to the manufacturer. And this sucks. So what they did is they tried to avoid allowing the manufacturer to purchase the device because they didn't want the manufacturer to have this device so that they could figure out how it works so that they could get around it. Now, what they did is they filed for a restraining order, and it appears that it was actually granted. So they were hit with a restraining order, and it says over here in the news, the ice cream machine maker Taylor now has to turn over all its ill-gotten Kytch solution devices within 24 hours of the court order. Defendants must not use, copy, disclose, or otherwise make available in any way information including formula, pattern, compilation, program, device, method, technique, or process obtained by any of them, the court document said. We are optimistic that the truth will prevail. Kytch co-founder Melissa Nelson told Motherboard, "It's disgusting that such lengths were taken to steal our trade secrets, destroy our business, and to stand in the way of modernizing kitchens. Kytch is just a small piece of the broader right to repair movement. But our case makes clear that it's past time to end shady business practices that create hundreds of millions of dollars of unnecessary repair fees from certified technicians." Now, the issue here is that it appears that their business model depends on the manufacturer not getting a hold of this device. And if your business model or the repairability depends on the manufacturer not getting a hold of it, I don't see how this is sustainable. So let's say you get a restraining order so that whatever they got, they have to turn over. At some point, somebody may be able some other way to get a hold of this device. I don't know, there's a McDonald's that goes out of business, the machine at that McDonald's gets sold, that machine gets bought by someone, it has the device in it. Even if you, the company, if Kytch, the company that makes the device, does not want to sell that device, they're allowed to have a walled garden and say, I'm only selling this to you, I'm only selling this to you. At some point, there should be a legal way to get access to it. Again, if a McDonald's goes out of business and that ice cream machine had that in there and they liquidate it and then you buy it from that McDonald's, okay, so the vendor of the Kytch didn't want to sell it to you, but that McDonald's that went out of business is selling their stuff and they may have sold it to you. It may get liquidated several times, or maybe they liquidate it to another vendor that then liquidates it to you, thus nullifying any sort of agreement that they may have had where they're not going to sell this to anybody else. I don't see how this is particularly sustainable. And while I appreciate that this is getting news, while I appreciate that the ice cream machine not being fixable and all the stuff that they go through to make that ice cream machine not fixable is getting more press so that more Americans, people that are not into high tech, that aren't into fixing medical devices, that are not farmers, people that just want to enjoy ice cream at McDonald's, understand why they're being denied their ice cream, are now learning what the concept of right to repair is, and that's cool. And while I'm happy that the company making this device that makes repair easier got a win, I don't see how this is necessarily sustainable into the future. Again, the way that this works with me, I'm not supposed to get access to an ISO 9240 or a CD3217 chip. I do. How? I can't tell you, but I do. I'm not supposed to get access to schematics for newer devices or any device. How do I get it? VenaFix. How does VenaFix get it? They can't tell you. It's really difficult if you have a model based on secrecy and exclusivity in 2021 for that to work. We live in an information age. We live in an era where it's really, 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 really difficult to keep a device, a chipset, or a schematic behind lock and key. even if you're a company worth $1 to $2 trillion. So I wish them the best of luck with what they are doing here. I really do. But I don't see, and I support them in what they're doing, but I don't see how this is going to be the way to keep a competitive advantage going forward. It says here, these guys did a really effective job at frightening all of our customers and investors, so we're hoping the public will support our case in the name of justice, right, repair, and humanity. Jeremy Sullivan, the co-founder of Kytch, told Motherboard. We still have some die-hard customers sticking with us, though few in comparison to what we once had before McDonald's and Taylor called our product dangerous. And I do support them. I really do. Again, having McDonald's call this product dangerous when all it does is get around bullshit repair restrictions for an ice cream machine so that somebody but the manufacturer can fix the ice cream machine, when oftentimes the only problem with it is just some basic error code that just has to be reset, that can only be reset by the person who shows up, that doesn't even fix anything. I support them. I support what they're doing. I think this is a happy win for a short period. I don't see how this is a long-term win. The long-term win is going to come when enough people say, screw you at Taylor. The real win is going to come when people who work at Taylor say, I'm not going to distribute your product. I'm not going to work for you as a repair professional. I'm not going to work for you as a manager. I'm not going to work for you as a sales rep. I'm not going to work for you as an accountant until you stop doing this fucked up shit. That's going to be the real win, I think. But I wish the people who make this Kytch device the best of luck moving forward. They have done something amazing, and I feel like they have been financially punished for providing a useful service to society, and they're actually helping us move more towards a repairable society, and they've been punished for it, and that sucks. And I wish them the best of luck in everything they're doing. I don't see how this is a long-term fix. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I am not an expert when it comes to ice cream machines, so if you disagree or you think I'm wrong in any way here, do let me know in the comments down below. See you all in the next video. Bye now.
They're saying that, is there a fundamental right to work if the government can't get me the money when I need it? Is there a fundamental right
you want
to
go to work? Go take a job as an essential worker. Do it tomorrow. Right? You're working.
I am.
You're an essential worker. So go take a job as an essential worker.
But the people aren't hiring because of the
No, there are
pandemic.
people hiring. You can get a job as an essential worker. So now you can go to work and you can be an essential worker and you're not going to kill anyone.